welcome back to Coco TeeTV, everyone. Y'all, today I am making a recipe that just takes me back, y'all. It is one of my all-time favorite desserts. And I'm going to be making it here and sharing it with y'all today. But I can't take credit for this recipe, y'all, because I got this recipe from a fellow YouTuber. The channel is called Old School Soul Food. And the motto is food we grew up on and still love today. And y'all, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I mean, I just love running across cooks on YouTube and amazing channels. I came across Chef Jeffrey years ago, and I wasn't a content creator at the time, but hey, I would check out his recipes every now and then, whip up some of them. But now that I'm a content creator, I've certainly been more active in the comments on Chef Jeffrey's channel. And y'all, I cannot wait to cook this recipe today. So let's get into the ingredients. Here are the ingredients. We got some freshly cleaned blackberries, some pineapple juice, which is an interesting twist for me, some pure vanilla, some cinnamon, nutmeg, butter, sugar, cornstarch, and pie crust, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I am going to be doing half of Chef Jeffrey's recipe because I didn't want to make a whole big pan of it and nobody really eats it but me around here. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite desserts, y'all. So these are some fresh, cleaned blackberries that I picked up from the grocery store today. They are still in season, but summer's almost over, so the season is going to be ending soon. And as Chef Jeffrey did in his video, he left a few blackberries out so that they can kind of be whole in the pie. So we're going to do that too. We got our blackberries in here. Now this is an interesting twist here. He put pineapple juice in his. Now I grew up on it having water as the agent, but we're gonna use pineapple juice because, as he said in his video, pineapple juice is gonna really bring that blackberry flavor out. I had never seen anyone make pineapple juice in theirs, so I am super excited for the taste of this. Y'all may know that I ate a blackberry peach cobbler one time here on this show, and it's just amazing. But and those peaches and the blackberries, they kind of really complemented one another. So that's interesting with the pineapple juice. And Chef Jeffrey said that this is an original recipe of his that he came up with about 20 years ago. It's one of his mom's favorite desserts. I want to say rest in peace to Chef Jeffrey's mom, because from what I've seen over the years, she is an amazing woman. He shared her with us on screen. She often appeared in some of his videos. Chef Jeffrey and his mom would they would always go out to like the not the deli, but the cafeterias and eat. And she was just a sweet woman. So God rest her soul. But I know that Chef Jeffrey is making his mama proud with all these great recipes and continuing her legacy. But y'all, that's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. So if you are not over there, y'all get into it. Links will be in the description. So we're gonna keep on keeping on with this recipe. Okay, so we got the pineapple juice, and I used 3 cans of pineapple juice. But again, you certainly can go over to his recipe to get the full scope of everything. And he said some vanilla extract. And y'all, I don't measure when I'm cooking either. He put a nice little heaping of it in there on his, but he does have all of the ingredients on his video in the description. All right, now I do love nutmeg, y'all. I love nutmeg, but he did say put more cinnamon than you do nutmeg. So I'm gonna try to double it up on cinnamon, and that flavor just really got to come out. I got some sugar here. I'm gonna leave a little bit of sugar for the top of the pie. And then set some butter. All right, here we go. Some butter going in, and I'm gonna get that stirred in. And from my understanding, we just gonna let this simmer for some bit and really just keep an eye on it. Let it all come together. And then as this, we're gonna let this come to a boil. So I will come back, but y'all, it's already smelling so good in here. So we're gonna let this come to a boil and I will be back. And y'all, while that's simmering up, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little bit of Chef Jeffrey. Y'all get to know Chef Jeffrey.
Soul Food family, Chef Jeff is back with another video. All right, y'all, it is Monday, and it's another motivational Monday video. Skillet here to my left and your right. We're gonna sear them off in this skillet right here. Nice sear on them. I'm doing the tips too. One thing about turkey, y'all know I'm not a big turkey fan, but I love turkey wings and turkey necks and the turkey butts, of course. Be really tough. It's gonna be a busy weekend. I'm doing New Orleans. I'm stopping in New Orleans on the way to Atlanta. That's gonna be on a Friday. Then I'm gonna get up the next day and drive into Atlanta. Little short video. I'm gonna let y'all know. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for the awesome birthday shout out wishes. Yes. For me and my friends. Good eating, y'all. Yeah, Coco TeeTV. Now this is the one I just started watching the last 3 or 4 months, and she's in. I think she's out of Alabama. I think she have that Alabama accent. If she don't, the young lady. I think she got a husband, a couple of kids. Just getting her channel going. Go watch her. She's a mukbanger. She's not a cook. So I kind of threw her in here because she loved the food. The food she loves is kind of southern food and stuff like that. Give her some fried chicken and some biscuits and some mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and she can go. So go watch Coco TeeTV. Say that fast 20 times, right? Go check her out and support her channel and tell them, all these channels, go tell them Old School Soul Food sent you. I really appreciate that. So I just want to, you know, I'm always trying to help somebody up. It's not all about me. I love to watch people grow. There's people trying to be something. I like to promote them the best way I can, to push them and help them the best way I can to let them grow. I'm not one of them selfish people like, I got mine going, let them do it. I already got to my level, let them work hard. Yeah, but you got to help people and call people out and encourage people and tell other people about other people so they can grow. So
Chef Jeffrey is a really good guy, y'all. So certainly check that link in the description box and go over and subscribe to him. So y'all, let's look in and see how our food is looking. Oh yeah, it's starting to come to a boil. It's looking good. I know that these berries will start disintegrating some. And one thing now that Chef Jeffrey said and I was familiar with is if you don't like the berries, because you know blackberries have those little seeds in them, but if you don't like those, you can strain them and just get the liquid. Now, we are gonna put some cornstarch slurry in here to thicken this up, but I want it to be really boiling a little bit more rapidly before we start doing that. And I'm gonna let it just simmer here a little bit more. I want those flavors to really, really come together. But when I tell you it smells so good in here, y'all, it really does. While that's still going, we're going to, I'm gonna go ahead and roll out this pie crust and put it here. I put a little Baker's Joy in here. You know, I just don't want anything sticking as much as possible, just a little bit. But I'm gonna unroll this pie crust and I'm gonna put it, coat the bottom of this dish. Now, Chef Jeffrey did say that he uses Pillsbury pie crust, and I do too. That's one thing I love about that channel is that he certainly doesn't mind taking a few shortcuts to help us out, because hey, I mean, who wants to be in a kitchen all day when you can get something that's just as good? Now, he definitely made a good point in his video that if you go the generic route on these, it's not going to turn out as good as Pillsbury. I mean, it is a little bit different on those. So I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to coat it in the bottom of my pan. And then for the second pie crust, because 2 pie crusts come in here, for the second pie crust, we're going to put something on top. I kind of, I'm not sure, I may cut a little bit of little crosses on there, but I'm not that great at doing that. But hey, it doesn't have to be perfect, because hey, it's old school soul food, and the flavor is where it's at. So we're gonna keep it going. I got my cornstarch here. I'm gonna put some cornstarch and water, mix it in together to make that cornstarch slurry. Let's make sure it's rapidly boiling. Look at that, y'all. It is smelling so good. It's that lovely purple color. And like I said, to thicken it up, that's what we're going to do. And as you know, when it's baking, and I got my oven preheated too. But as it's baking, these berries will continue to disintegrate. So I got this cornstarch slurry that I made, which is really just cornstarch and water, y'all. Nothing too fancy. And this is going to help it thicken up, because you don't want it to be so thin that you can't. So we're going to pour that in there and slowly incorporate it. It's already starting to thicken. Wow. Cornstarch is no joke. And as Chef mentioned, you don't want it to be too thick and you don't want it to be too thin. So just let it, you know, go here now to see where we are with it, because it's still going to thicken up while it's in that oven too. Oh yeah. Y'all don't know how many memories this brings back. I was a little girl and we used to pick blackberries. There were so many blackberries around on the land, and we would go out and pick blackberries. And Blackberry Cobbler, blackberry dumpling soup. Have y'all heard of that? It's really the same thing, except you're putting dumplings in there. So good, y'all. I am a cobbler lover, especially blackberry. And one day I'm gonna make a blackberry peach cobbler, just because I know that they complement themselves so well. Now this is a good thick consistency. I'm liking this consistency that it's getting, but I am gonna put a little bit more in there. I know that Chef put a decent amount in his, and I think that's gonna do it for me right there, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all don't understand the happiness and the nostalgia that cooking this is bringing back for me right now. Because I typically I cook these, but not a lot. Nobody else really here in the house eats it, so whenever I do get one, I'll pick it up from this local baker here that I love when she makes hers. So seeing how easy it is, I need to go ahead and keep continuing to whip mine up too. But I'm loving this consistency, y'all. This consistency is perfect. We're gonna let it bring back up to a little bit more of a boil, and then we're gonna get started on this crust. Oh yeah, that's thick, that thick consistency. And y'all already know, for my viewers here on Coco TeeTV, y'all know how much I love blackberries. In fact, blackberry tea is a staple over here. So just get into it. This is smelling so good, smelling so good. And we're gonna get ready to pour it off in here soon. But that color is just perfect. So here is the pie crust. I just layered it in this dish here that I have. And Chef said that he has a casserole dish. This is one of my little favorite dishes too, because I can just put that lid on. And the one thing I love about this pie crust is it's so easy to work with. You know, even if you get a little crack in it, you can fill it back in, and you can roll it out to stretch it more, but I just laid it in there And it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. It does not have to be perfect. Look at that. Perfect for me. Perfect for me. See if the hubby and the kiddos will eat some too. All right, so I'm gonna pour these blackberries in here like Chef did. He spread them out in there because, you know, you want to have a little bit of texture. I'm all about texture, so I'm good with having a few in here. And like I said, mine is pretty much half of what he made. So, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this eye off because it is certainly good and thick. It's not too thick, and I don't think it's too thin. It might thicken up some more, but I'm all about some liquid. I don't want mine to be too thick. I want to keep that flavor. Oh my gosh, y'all. I can just drink this up, y'all. It's just that good. I can just sop it up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this heat off, and we are going to get this in here. We're going to get that in there. Oh, look at that, y'all. Oh my goodness. Can y'all see that? Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. Oh, look at that goodness. Okay, so here is what we're going to do for this one. We're going to get this pie crust here opened up. And we are going to roll it out. I'm going to put a few little designs on top. Now, I like a lot of crust, so I won't be putting too much on there because I love a lot of crust on mine. All right, so we just gonna do some crosses. Now, I don't do this often. I'm not the best baker that there is out there, and I love a lot of crust, so bear with me here with my crust. I'm not going to let it fall over. But the one thing about this crust is it's so pliable. You can just mold it and do whatever you need on it. So put little crosses. But I like a lot of crust, so my crust is gonna be kind of thick. Oh yeah, that's a thick one there. Y'all, it smells so good in here. Smells delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back there. Y'all, let me know if you like Blackberry Cobbler. I am gonna be tasting this Blackberry Cobbler on the video before this. So go back and check out the mukbang before this video. And what the heck, man? Put these little pieces here. But we gotta put some packs of butter on here. Just put the little butter pieces throughout. You can just break it up. Butter packs. Chef had me cracking up laughing, y'all. He was saying that his mom used to use those parquet margarine things, and I promise you, almost every household in America has used those things. I mean, we used to eat cereal out of them, put all kind of leftovers in there, and I probably still got a few in my cabinet right now, actually. That's just a southern thing. It's probably an all over thing. So you put your butter pieces there, and then we are going to use the rest of this sugar that we had left over, and we just going to sprinkle it all out because you want that sugar to just really get crystallized on the top. And we're gonna put this in the oven, y'all. We're gonna put her in the oven. Go ahead and put the rest. Put her in the oven. And we're gonna bake this in a 350-degree oven for 45 minutes or until golden brown. So let's get it in the oven and we're gonna keep an eye on it. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. My mac and cheese is looking good too, y'all. Okay, y'all. Fresh out of the oven. It's still bubbling up. Y'all know it's gonna take a minute to, look at that. It's looking so good, y'all. I love the crust. So as Chef Jeffrey said in his video, that crust is gonna soften up. I'm gonna let this sit a little bit, guys, and looking forward to it. Yum. Y'all, this is one of my favorite desserts of all time. And I got the recipe from Chef Jeffrey on Old School Soul Food, y'all. I love a good cobbler and especially blackberry. Look at it, y'all. Look at it. Oh, look at that consistency, y'all. Do y'all like blackberry cobbler? Oh my gosh.